Hey, what's going on, guys? It's SixStriker and welcome back to a new video. Today I want to talk about how to find out how much your skin is actually worth in real money and how much your skin, how much you can sell your skin for, or you can buy a skin for. Now, typically with CSGO skins, they're not worth as much as they are in Steam. And I don't really understand the reason for that, but some people can sell some skins on Steam, and then you can go on a third-party site like BitSkins, and you can get it for a cheaper percentage just because they want to sell it. So really, it's cost and convenience because they just want to sell their skin for cheaper, and for you, it's just bang, I can get it cheap. Now, for an example, is if I wanted to go on Steam, the community market, to buy an op red line. This is a skin I have. It's probably my most valued because I don't really have a lot of skins. It's either you can either request it at 1092, or people are gonna sell it for about 11 bucks, 12 bucks. Now we went op red line field tested. I don't know. I didn't pull this up on Stash. And we went to CSGO Stash. This is where I like typically look at some things for prices. And I went to a field test op. They have a general price of $12.49. So right now we have a price range between $11.50 and $12.50 for the op red line. But if I were to go on BitSkins and I check out the price. Oh, my bad. Op red line, and then we look at field tested. The only thing I don't like about this is it kind of BitSkins, you have to be specific when you type. I don't want non-stat check. I don't want stat check. Not stat check. Okay. You will probably get a price of $8, like an $8 op from a $12 item. And that's typically how it is for most CSGO skins. Very expensive skins. You could even look. I looked earlier, and you can get at least 50% off, or most skins are 30 to 40% off, and that's just how it is. I don't really understand that, but to do that, to check how much your price actually is, there's a thing on BitSkins. It's called price check, and there's no exact price of how much your skin's worth, but you can look up if you go to price check, and we looked up op red line. Okay, I have to put that dash in there. Red line, and we looked at field tested. You can go and check the recent sold. This brings up a chart that tells you how much the op was sold for. A bunch of ops over the time they've sold. So you can see that the Steam price literally fluctuates very minimally, but it's being sold for about $9 to $8.88. And so what you can get from this is you can probably sell your op red line for about $9, anywhere from $9.50 to $9, and probably depending on the float is how much that'll be sold by. Because I mean, we're not taking into account to how good your float is, or how low your float is, I guess I should say. But yeah, I think going to BitSkins.com and looking at their price check, I think this is very cool because a lot of people sell their skins on here, and if you want an actual price on your skin, you should sell it for a price range in between what this is being sold at, so you get the most out of your skin. And if you really want to sell it for more, you can always sell it at the Steam price, because people will buy it. As you can see, this Steam price is what people are buying it at. That's probably the same day. It isn't just changed. People are buying an op red line for that much money. Now we're gonna look at a bigger skin just so we can get a better feel of it. So my friend has a gun knife Doppler, and it's kind of blue, but not like a ruby. So obviously these aren't, okay, maybe they are sold all the time, but generally these are being sold at, so let's say the last one was sold at about 104 to, even goes down to 94. And if we go on Stash, we can see that a factory new one is actually $100. So it's probably what's it called? A range, the medium price of everything all together. All right, so now that, sorry about that, there's this dog barking outside and it's kind of loud. Now that we figured out what the general price is on Steam, so around $100, we could do the same thing. We can go back on BitSkins, we can look up gut knife Doppler, and if you just type that in, it'll bring up factory new. So we'll see how much, and I'll even give you that price. So they say the price is about $99.63. What I think they is, they're taking it all and they're cutting it down to the medium price. And the lowest at BitSkins is 60. I didn't actually see this. Basically, the lowest, you can even look up what's the cheapest knife by doing this. The lowest at BitSkins right now is $66.60. So by that, you can see how much it's being sold at. But I really think it depends on your float And sorry, just a lot of things are going off in my sound, so I kind of cut off again. But yeah, you can use this chart to figure out on your own what you want to sell your price for. It's pretty much what I'm trying to say. After all of this is, I think this is the best way to determine your price on your knife. And if you want to go even further, I'd suggest looking up more in-depth videos on YouTube. But I think if you just want to Bisskins, check their price check for it, because this is generally what I think a lot of people use. Then I think you should be able to get your own idea and your own opinion on what you want by what other people have sold their knives at. But the only problem with this is there's just no floats. And by that, if you want to look up the floats, I suggest looking up the skin itself. So say you just went on got a knife Doppler, we'll say the price max will be under 90, or let's try to get under 80 instantly. We didn't even put factory new, so it's whatever. Because the other one's, I think the other one's higher. Then you can just check what the floats are, what they're being sold at, and you can make your own guess and estimate what you want to sell your knife at. So that's pretty much all I wanted to say. Is I think the best way to check your skin prices and what to sell for, what to buy it at, is on price check on Bisskins. And if it's on, I honestly, that's what I do, because I really don't know what other way you do it. And I think this gives you a really good, it's like wide range of options and what has been sold and what has been sold to base your opinion on what you want to sell your knife at. So I hope you guys learned a lot in this video, and you want to learn more sometime or have another video you want me to record, please tell me down in the comments below. It'd be much appreciated. And that's pretty much all I got for today. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye.